Hello, this is Tiffany Duvernay with Quantum Door. Today is July 19th, 2009, and I will be talking about observation. First, I would like to bring something up. And observation is as it relates to coping skills, being that our society does not necessarily teach us coping skills. You know, we learn from our environment. We learn from our parents. We learn in school. Just in our day-to-day living, but not necessarily something that's taught. An interesting thing happened prior to me, playing this video, which is I came across this book, immediately prior to starting the video. And it's called As a Man Thinketh. It's a very small book. I'll show it to you. Small. Thin. Okay, I'm going to share the table of contents with you since this book decided to manifest itself. And it does apply. Uncoincidentally. I'm going to read the table of contents. Thought and character, effect of thought on circumstances, effect of thought on health and the body, thought and purpose, the thought factor in achievement, visions and ideals, and serenity. So thoughts affect our visions and ideals, and according to this, our thoughts affect our serenity as well, which is our inner peace. Now, I don't necessarily know of an absolute way to obtain inner peace. But what I can do is, do what I'm here to do, which is teach us an exercise. So, with this book, As a Man Thinketh, basically, that comes from a scripture out of the King James version of the Holy Bible, which says, either says, as a man thinketh, so is he, or as a man thinketh, so he is. Most likely it's, so is he. And I think it's cool how this book just, popped up right now, because we are going to be talking about our thoughts. See, the thing about it is that the exercise I'm going to teach you is for anybody in any circumstance, in any location. So it could be work, it could be school, it can be home, it can be in the car, and it's to be used, well, when I say any circumstance, I do mean any circumstance. But think of something like a moment of distress, a moment of dysregulation where you just feel, somewhat not yourself emotionally. Or you can also feel not yourself logically. Can be used in your interpersonal relationships with your family, your friends, people you associate with. So the goal is to slow down our thoughts as it relates to our past. We think about our past. It's also to slow down our thoughts as it relates to our future, because, our minds are constantly ruminating about the future. I was going to say what we do more, but, we're such individuals. I don't necessarily think it would be fair to state that. So I'm going to teach you an exercise. I'm going to give a scenario. Let's say you are in a car. Most of us can relate to that. And someone cuts us off. So I'm going to be acting, okay? Someone cuts us off, and immediately we're startled. We slam on our brakes. the adrenaline goes up, we swerve, we're shocked. We do everything in this situation besides get into the car accident that we're trying to prevent right now. And that is just a very stressful moment. So the primary emotion that a person would feel most likely is fear. And the secondary emotion is anger. And fear and or pain is what underlies anger. So in this moment, we're dealing with fear. Okay, so once you realize, oh my goodness, what just happened? My heart is racing. What was this person thinking? Okay, it's almost natural for anger to kick in, depending on who you are. Because like I said, we're all individuals. We've learned coping skills from various places. But there are times where we can get emotionally dysregulated as a result of this car incident. Our interpersonal skills can get thrown off on how we should properly respond. It can be considered a moment of distress where we have to pull over because our adrenaline is so high. We were scared, the heart is pounding. So it's like, I just need a moment. Okay? So, in this situation, let's say if the anger kicks in, you may want to shoot your middle finger at the person. You may want to curse at the person, or you may just curse to yourself in the car. Some may go as far as chasing the person down. Excuse me, do you know you almost killed me? But maybe not so nice. So in a moment like this, and I know I'm talking about somewhat stressful situations, the exercise that I'm going to teach can also be used for just your thoughts. Just your thoughts. Our thoughts do so many things. Okay? So here's the exercise. The exercise has to do with now. Bringing us to now. Not the past, not the future, but now. So observation. I said we're going to be talking about observation. And what are we observing is our five senses. What do I see now? What do I smell now? What do I taste now? What do I hear now? What am I touching now with my hands? Okay, so I'm just going to go, with what's going on in my office here. What do I see now? I see a picture on the wall. I see a lamp. I see a radio. I see a television/computer. I see my microphone. I see my clock. That's what I see right now. What do I hear now? I hear the buzz from the CPU that's here on the floor. And I hear a person making other noises. Making noises in the other room. I smell some lotion that I put on. I have actually a bland taste in my mouth. I've been drinking water. Just a bland taste. I have one hand on my leg and one hand on the chair. Back to the car situation. You can say, I have my hand on a cup. I have my hand on the steering wheel. I have my hand on the stick shift. My hand is hanging out of the window. I have one hand on my leg. I have a burger in my hand. I have mascara in my hand. Some people eat and put on makeup while they drive. So, whatever's going on in the room that you are in, if you're outside, whatever's going on in that place, you just stop and observe what you see, what you smell, what you taste, what you hear, and what you're touching right now. And that is the exercise that you are to do. Again, this is Tiffany Duvernay signing out on Quantum Door. See you on the other side.